You can stay.
Toby, stay. Toby, stay. Toby, be good now. Toby, be real good.
Florida Evans did not drop them dishes for you to be down there like that.
Damn, damn, damn!
Hey, shout out to all of our subscribers and members here on the channel. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all? We highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make our society worse. You know, the kind of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I will break your glasses with my bare hands if you do not get back inside your house. Do you understand me?
Hey Byron. Yeah, we gonna have to deal with Byron Donalds. He has a color. Hey Byron. Yeah, tell him that thing that you said.
During Jim Crow, the black family was together.
That's right.
During Jim Crow, more black people were not just conservative, because black people always have been conservative minded, but more black people voted conservatively.
No, not that. No, that was bad. But you doubled down on that one too. You did. No, that one was bad. No, not that one. No, I'm talking about the other thing.
Byron Donalds, Florida. Wow, that's nice to have you here. That's good. He's great. He's great. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. That one is smart. You have smart ones and you have some that aren't quite so good.
No. I'm not talking about that neither. I'm not talking about what was said about you. I'm talking about what you said. Go, tell him what you said.
It's not different, brother. It's the truth. Do you want to, because let's talk, hold on. Do you want to talk about it or do you want to yell about it? Because I'll talk to you about it.
No more recent than that. This year. This year. Tell him what you said this year.
Donald Trump was very focused in his campaign. Border, economy, getting out of these stupid wars around the globe, getting boys out of women's sports. He was focused on these things like a laser. It was every interview, every podcast, every speech, day in, day out. And Kamala Harris did nothing. Right. So when Barack Obama tries to come out there and saying, you're not showing up for me, for her, like you showed up for me, we're like, dude, you brought somebody to the table who's not offering me anything.
That wasn't even what I was talking about, but that was what Donald Trump was focused. I mean, I remember when Sage Steele used to be a journalist. She let you get away with that? Then again, she is the one that said people were coming to her with tears in their eyes. We can finally speak out. We finally free. Who goes to Sage Steele saying we finally free other than her hair care products? No. This was the man who you said was really focused.
Come on, everybody. It's fun to stay at the
He was so unfocused, he had to address it and brand it as the weave. He branded being unfocused while you come in here and talk about how focused he was. If that ain't MAGA in 2025, I don't know what is. But as embarrassing as all of that was, no. This is what I'm talking about.
When Americans see deportations or repatriations happen, they're going to be like, thank you. When they see the border closed, they're going to say, this is what I voted for. When they see peace starting to break out again around the world, they're going to be like, this is the stability that we were asking for. Daddy's back. And that's what you're going to see.
Did you just come out here and say daddy's back? You really came out here and said daddy's back? With a cheese grin? Huh? Like you one of the co-stars on Fat Albert? Is that really what I just heard you say? And this was after you sitting up there with the same title that you came into last year with and said this during an inauguration period where he didn't even come to none of y'all events.
You should have seen the excitement on people's faces when they realized
It was Trump approaching their event. It really felt like this big moment of acknowledgement, the perfect punctuation in a banner year for Black Republicans. Journalists and news crews were scrambling to get into position to make sure they captured that moment when he comes to this event. But then his motorcade just drove by. It turned out he wasn't coming to the event. It wasn't on his schedule. It just happened to be along his route.
He waved at us. In case you didn't see it, he waved.
Here y'all are smiling and profiling, trademark Walt Clyde Frazier, and he didn't even bother to show up. Ain't a single fuzzy strawberry in that bunch. Not one. And this was after none of y'all got any of the cabinet positions. Hey, who put Kanye on this graphic? Huh? I didn't know who put Kanye. That was, y'all got a sense of humor. I'm like, y'all got a sense. Who's put Kanye? Well, because you couldn't find a good photo of Herschel Walker? Was that why you did? I think originally it was Mark Robinson was on there. I think originally Mark Robinson was on there, and then they decided to go with Kanye because they couldn't crop the Mark Robinson head in that space. You got it so bad, you out here bragging about what we are going to do.
Securing the border, it is a mandate from the American people. The president's serious, Tom Homan's serious, Kristi Noem's serious. We are committed. We're going to get it done.
Oh, you mean what they are going to do? Is that what you mean? What they are going to do? I can tell you this right now. They finna drag you. Yeah, they finna drag you. They finna drag you. This gonna be worse than when your ex-wife came out. I'm gonna be honest right now.
What's the matter? Why you so ornery? You miss me, huh?
Oh yes, sir. I miss you like a hog miss fly.
Black man saying daddy's back about a white man on national TV is diabolical. That is the right word for it. I would say that is the right word for it. And by the way, that was one of the light ones. Here we get the pat on the head. Yeah, we all remember that. I don't know where they found this one.
Don't send Toby away. Toby be good field hand, boss. Good field hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand and you can stay here.
Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now. Toby be real good.
Florida Evans did not drop them dishes for you to be down there like that. She didn't drop them dishes for you to be there. Now you see why Michael's getting bullied at school. That's why Michael's getting bullied at school, because the kids at school found a VHS tape of James down there like that, and they passing it around. Now Michael can't even show up to math class. Like, it's bad. Somebody even spray painted Toby on JJ's mural. I think it was Ann Coulter. They got Trump chia pets. Hey, ain't no way in the world you have a Byron Donalds Trump chia pet with hair that long. Come on now. I know, look, a Byron Donalds Trump chia pet would just be nothing but green dye. You just be green dye all around the facial area. Y'all wilding on that one. Here's one I enjoyed.
Daddy, watch me twirl. Daddy!
Y'all do remember when he was at that cigar shop, he wasn't alone. He had a friend. Y'all call him Jigaboots. He said repatriations and peace breakout. Daddy's back should have really been the weirdest thing in that clip. You know what? That is actually an excellent point. I skipped past the fact that he said all of that because I was stuck with Daddy's back. Was that even the weirdest thing in that interview?
Let's bring in Congressman from the great state of Florida, Byron Donalds.
Welcome,
and Congressman, it's good to have you.
Thanks for coming on.
Good to be with you guys. How you doing?
Doing okay. Got some questions, though, before we start talking about some of the news of the day.
Sure.
You had seats back there.
Oh, yeah, I had great ones, too.
You had great ones. Okay, so now, are you even going to be invited inside?
I think how it's going is members of Congress, I believe, are going to be inside.
Now, why would you think he wouldn't be invited inside? Huh? Oh, because of how everything that happened up to this. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That is a fair point. He does look. He might be in the field. Yeah, I think he might be in the field.
Let's get your thoughts on TikTok because Trump just says as the president-elect, he said we're going to save TikTok. I talked to him yesterday morning. He said he's going to personally negotiate the deal. He has a framework in mind. Right. What is your viewpoint on this? Should it be opened back up or should it continue to be shut down?
As long as you can protect the privacy of Americans, then yeah, keep the app. As long as you could do that. That was always the key issue. And I think that President Trump's going to find a way to get that done. Listen, a funny thing happens when you go over the deadline. All of a sudden, all of the people, all the things that ByteDance was saying they would not do now become credible that they will do. So we'll see what happens.
And you guys see that that little banner right there that they posted as soon as TikTok came back. I'm gonna let AOC address that.
Last year, when they brought this ban up for a vote, number one, they said it's a national security issue, it's a national security issue. I said, okay, that's serious. Let's see the case. Let's see the intelligence. Let's see what's going on. I can tell you that what was presented to all of the members voting on this thing was not very compelling. Additionally, the degree to which corporations surveil the American people without genuine consent and without real mechanisms for opting out should be illegal, point blank, period. And so many of us naturally said, the answer is not just playing endless whack-a-mole with apps. The answer is that we should have real privacy legislation in the United States, and we should help people own their information and have greater agency over their personal information so that they're not being spied on all the time, whether it's a domestic company or a foreign company.
If Donald Trump, in his first week or two, were able to save TikTok for the 170 million Americans who use it, they'd be going like, you know what? I like that guy. He's smart.
Yeah.
He sees the numbers. He'll figure a way to do it.
It's not just going to be that. I mean, when Americans see deportations or repatriations happen, they're going to be like, thank you. When they see the border closed, they're going to say, this is what I voted for. When they see peace starting to like break out again around the world, they're going to be like, this is the stability that we were asking for. Daddy's back. And that's what you're going to see.
It's actually worse in context. Yeah, it's actually, when you run a little clip, it's like, oh, well, maybe they were being silly. Wasn't nobody talking about nothing like that. No, wasn't nobody talking like that, and you... You sound like you was down there with James Evans in there.
The deportations are going to start or the repatriations are going to start?
Repatriations are going to start tomorrow.
Is that what we're going to call it?
That's what they are. People have to be able to go back home. I had some people in my office who were Democrats from my district concerned about how this is going to work. And I asked them, I said, if you allow the neighborhood children to come to your home and start breaking stuff, do you let them stay? And they said, no, they got to go home. I said, exactly. Our nation cannot allow for all of the illegal immigration that Joe Biden allowed on his watch to continue. The most cost-effective thing, the safest thing, and the best thing for the American people is we're going to have to repatriate people to their home countries.
Okay, well, if that's your analogy, if you have people come over to your house and they behave better than your kids who are roaming around breaking stuff, then you send your kids away, or like how exactly?
There's an article that I was reading this morning. Top Trump ally Byron Donalds turns up volume on likely 2026 run for Florida governor. Do you want to break some news this morning?
No. But that's a great headline. I like it. Look,
are you thinking about it? I know last year you were interviewed and you said, I don't want to rule anything out.
I never rule anything out. I mean, you can't in politics. The number one thing you have to do is your job. So we have an agenda to get through for the American people. The first 100 days is going to be critical. Once we get through that, then we'll see where things are. But right now, the job is in that building behind you. We have a responsibility. The president has a mandate, and we're going to deliver.
They gave Byron Donalds that participation trophy. Oh, not now. In 2026. 2026, we got you. gonna pay you. We got you 2026. I know we said, you being there in the trenches for us and get us into the barbershop photo op and show up to the black church in Detroit surrounded by the white people. Remember we showed you do all that? And you come out here and you hit all the cable news shows and you defy logic and basic decency. I know I said you do all that. We got some, but just be patient, Byron. You know what I mean? Just be patient. We gonna work our way over to you, complexion wise. You know what I mean? We working our way down. You know what I mean? We'll by 2026, we gonna be at your hue. And by 2026, we gonna take care of you, huh? Vivek? Oh yeah, Vivek in line too. Vivek, hey Vivek, yeah, get in line right in front of Byron. Yeah, we got you, huh? Byron, I keep telling you, you can't do what they do, and I don't believe it. I don't believe Tucker Carlson said that. I know he say some wild stuff. I wouldn't put a lot past it, but. He really said that?
Just make them obey. I think that's up to us. Don't be charmed by them. Force them. Spank them like the bad little girls they are. Thank you.
I think he just got a little carried away. That was a little turn of phrase right there. He wouldn't dare say nothing like that a second time and put it on video.
And when Dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now. And no, it's not gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie.
And they always claim that the progressives and the left wings are the ones with the freaky predilections. You know, they always want to claim that. They don't acknowledge their own perversion. I mean, at this point, it might as well just be the network tagline.
Not only did you push Americans too far under the Biden administration, if they pushed back, you would be punished by cancellation. And that's another thing that Trump did. He took the fear of cancellation off the table. You could share the risk. Everybody shared the risk. Musk, RFK Jr., Tulsi, all these people came in because they realized if you shared the risk, they can't come after everybody. So daddy's home.
And see, that's what separates right-wing media and MAGA media from the common folk, because common people would never embarrassingly say no mess like that.
They're a good bunch out here. I'm glad Trump's here at the moment. It's like daddy arrived and he's taking his belt off,
When Tucker Carlson was speaking tonight, he started to say that if Donald Trump were to win, it would be like, quote, daddy's home, daddy's coming home. And he said that Trump, like God, loves all of his children, talking about the mainstream media, in his words, and Democrats, and said that Trump would need to give them a good spanking. Now, this is something the crowd went wild for here. There are thousands of people here. And when Trump came on stage, as you can see speaking behind me, they started screaming and chanting daddy's home and daddy dog. So this is something I have not heard at a Trump rally so far.
Oh man, they didn't see the Tiffany Trump footage, did they? Nah, I don't think they did. But you know what? That is appropriate that you call him Daddy Don, because he showed you exactly how he feels about y'all. You know, the only one happy about this is Tiffany Trump. Tiffany Trump, like, well, at least I'm not the black sheep of the family no more. Because he certainly loved me more than he loved y'all. Hey, I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel as we approach a new administration and the changing winds of our media landscape. I want to invite you to join my channel. I think it's very important to preserve a space and a platform where I can communicate clearly and honestly, as all of our creators are hoping to maintain. Unfortunately, it looks like that ground may be evaporating right underneath our feet. So I wanted to let you know I'm going to continue to post on my channel, but I'll also be posting more in the membership section as well, so we can have clear and honest conversations. You can find the button to join right there on my page. There's also a link in the description box to all of my videos. I also want to invite you to join my mindfulness and meditation channel. That's my second channel. It is Way of Waters, cause we gonna need it. We gonna need it. I might wear that thing out by the midterms.